Hi everyone, this video is going to help you make your first screencast here with Educreations. So first thing you need to do is tap New Lesson in the upper left hand corner. This brings you to your virtual whiteboard. First thing I want to draw your attention to is these colors up at the top, very nice. These are your ink pens, so I can draw in black, I can draw in blue, red, purple. Now, what if you want some other colors? Well, when you're selecting a color and you tap on it a second time, you get a little bit larger color palette. Not real in-depth here, but you can get a few basic colors. Next, there's also a text tool that we can use. If you tap on the T, you tap anywhere to add a little text box. And here you can type. Okay, a couple things you can do. If you tap on the box over here, you can change the color of all the text in there. You can also shrink it or make the text really large. If you want to readjust, there's a little cursor that'll go back and forth. And then in the text box, if you drag on the bottom arrow, you can set how big you want the text box to be, and that'll help with your returns. When you're done with this, you can click Done. Now you can see the hand is selected up here at the top, and when you have that, you can actually just drag this anywhere. Okay, now if you just tap on it, you're going to get some options to delete, duplicate, edit, or lock it. Okay, so if you want to edit it, you can just go back in. We can also duplicate it. It'll make another one. Another way that you can edit it is if you're in the text mode, you can just tap on it and it brings the editing right back up. Okay, now you can also add pictures into your whiteboard, so just tap on the picture one, and you can actually access the camera on the iPad to take a picture right then and there. You can access your photo stream. You can also access any pictures in your Dropbox or on the web. Unfortunately, you can't do PDF files, you can't do Word documents, you can't do PowerPoints. So if you do want to use those things, you would have to convert them first into pictures. All right, so let's just choose something from my photos. Processes the image. Now you'll notice this photo is upside down, so there's a little rotate button. You can rotate it 90 right there. If you want to resize this, you're just going to use your two-finger pinch and zoom, just like you do in your MacBook. Okay. Now, if you're drawing, of course, you can draw over the top of this, and that's cool. And if you select the hand tool, you can always tap on the picture again, and you can fit height, fit width, okay, duplicate it, or even delete it. Okay, now next to this we have some undo buttons. So you can always undo the last couple things that you did. And you can also redo them. One of the shortcomings I think with Educreation is you'll notice there is no eraser. Okay, so this is a tool for very quick and short screencasts. You can also hit the X and you can clear the entire page, or you can clear just the ink on the page. So if you were writing over a picture and it was just getting kind of messy, you could clear all the ink. Notice you can still undo that, or you can clear the entire page if you just want to wipe it all clean, and again you can undo that as well. Now before we get to recording, I want to draw your attention to the bottom here. We have a little plus, and that means we can duplicate the page with all the ink, meaning all the writing will copy over to another page, or we can just duplicate the page. So let's duplicate page with ink, and now you'll see that we have 2 of 2. And the arrows here on the left and the right, we can navigate backwards or forwards. We can also add a new page simply by hitting to the right, and then we get a new blank page. So everything that we've been doing so far is just kind of using this like a whiteboard, and we haven't actually recorded anything. So basically, if you have a multi-page kind of lesson, you can set up all your pages with all your pictures and text and anything that you want and get that all ready to go before you record. If you're just recording, just a straight talking or answer or something, then you don't need to set anything up and you can just start recording from scratch. So let's go ahead and press that record button now, and it's going to record everything we see on the screen, and it's going to record your voice. Okay, so we're recording, and you can see the time right there. You'll also notice a pause button pops up. So you can always pause the recording, and now it's paused and it's, not doing anything. So I can jump to a clear page, I can make a smiley face, and if I start recording, the camera will automatically jump to this portion as we're doing our lesson. And notice it didn't record anything that I just said either. Now, if you do hit camera, notice the recording is going to be paused. So if you want to insert a picture, it will automatically pause it for you. Isn't that nice? Let's go ahead and put a nice picture of flowers in here. Yeah, let's rotate it. Okay, click the X here, and now we'll start recording again, and the flower pops in, and it will actually record the motion of your picture across the screen. When you click text, notice it also pauses it, so that's kind of nice. And I'm just typing nonsense. And we'll close that out, and if you hit record again, the text will appear for your students, and then you can drag it around as well. Okay, notice the only thing that doesn't pause it is switching the color of the pens. Alright, that keeps going. If you hit undo, it's still recording all your undos, recording your redos as well. So let's go ahead and pause this. And when you're done, then we just want to come over here and click done. And you can save the lesson or you can start all over. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this lesson. We're going to give it a title. So I'm just going to say Educreations Walkthrough. Okay, and you can give it a description if you'd like. Not necessary, so I'm going to click Next. Now, if you're logged in, you're going to see all these choices: private, public, my students, my school. If you haven't logged in yet, you're only going to see private or public. So here's how this works. If you have private selected, that means you can share the link to this video with anybody. And then they can click on the link, it takes them to the site, and then it will open up the video in the Educreations app on their iPad. If you select public, you can still share the link, but you can also get an embed code, so you can post this video directly into Myalu Studio, and students won't have to have the link take them somewhere else and go through other issues there. So my advice would be, well, I'm going to do public for this one because I want to show you the embed code. The My Students in My School, you can also set up an account to where you can enroll your students in your classroom so they can access all of your videos. Same with your school. A little bit more advanced features than what we're looking at today. So I'm just going to select public. You can select it in to whatever you have. I'm just going to select professional development, press save. And now at this screen you can create an account or you can sign in if you haven't. So go ahead and create your account if you haven't already. I'm just going to sign in. Usually good not to pick your school password. When you save your lesson, it takes you back to your home screen, and this has all the lessons that you have done. If you want to share them, okay, you can hit the little arrow in the top right, and you can see you can post on Facebook, Twitter, you can email it, or you can get the link. If you tap on the link, you can either copy the link, and you can paste the link into Myalu, or you can copy the embed code. And the embed code can be put into HTML in Myalu so that you can actually see the lesson. So I'm going to email myself the lesson. And then click done when you're done, and that's it. That's how you share it. If you don't like your lesson, you can delete it with the trash can, but that's about all there is to creating a screencast. Next, I want to show you how to actually embed your lesson in Myalu Studio, and you have to do this from your computer. So just go to educreations.com, and then log in to your account. This takes you to your dashboard, and if you want to get to your lessons, just click on your name in the upper right hand corner. It brings you to all your lessons. You can preview them, and notice you can also create an Educreations lesson straight from here as well. So let's go ahead and click on the lesson I want to embed. It allows you to preview it, but over here in the bottom right hand corner you want to click on the link that says Embed on the Web. And then you want to copy all of this. So you can either right click and copy or Command C. Now go over to your MyOlu page. Okay, choose the page that you want to embed this video. Click on Author. Then at the bottom, click on HTML and then paste that embed code. You can use Command V as well. If you want to see what your video is going to look like, then you can just click on Design. And there it is. Your video is now embedded in your MyOlu page. You can click Save and Done. Also in the HTML, if you don't like the size, you can come over here and change your width and your height as well. If you want to keep it in the right ratio, you have to use a little bit of math. So let's go ahead and click Save and Done and publish the version. And then click on Course and we can see what it looks like. Alright, so that's how to embed in MyOlu Studio. Alright, so that's for using the Educreations app on the iPad to make a screencast.